Here I am with Jake Herway, founder of Value Add Group. Jake, thank you so much for taking the time.
You bet.
What does Value Add Group do and who do you serve?
The short answer is we have what we call the Digital Adoption Accelerator. And what it does is an experience that helps life sciences leaders in particular, pharmaceutical, biotech, and director, VP, up into SVP in that range of hierarchy at I'd say billion-dollar size companies or more. Most of them are the top 5 to 10 pharma that we work with. But we're helping these leaders scale AI in their organization. That's simple. We are 80% change management, leadership, mindset, behavior change, 20% technical. So we do run people a full day of build your agent experience where people learn about agents, they learn about the latest in AI, but it's not just a classroom, it's hands-on. So they're building their own agents. They're
Okay.
building a team member that can contribute to their job demands.
Wow.
And then the the rest of it is application. How do you deploy that? What does it mean with the humans you're working with? What are their fears, their concerns? How do you address them? How do you set a vision? So we have the Digital Adoption Accelerator, and that is an experience that helps life sciences leaders scale AI in their organizations.
Amazing. Amazing. And how do you use Kaya at Value Add Group?
Kaya is largely on the back end of our outreach and marketing in particular. They are I mean, I say engine, but to be very, very practical, on LinkedIn, as I'm connecting with people, they are the first message that goes out as soon as I've connected. So we've briefed all the different functions that there are, the industries, et cetera, and they do the research and are the first outreach. So that's quote unquote automated through Kaya.
Uh-huh.
Now, I, of course, I would consider myself one of the experts in AI. I'm not the expert, but I know it well enough to know that at this stage, it's still worth having Kaya, the human in the loop, as we call it,
Hmm.
to help in that regard. The conferences, they help me track conferences. They do outreach when I want to speak at conferences. They'll be the initial outreach. So they're the human touch there. I have my CRM. They help manage the CRM, customer relationship management platform that I use. And then the other major use for Kaya is in the accelerators themselves, all the logistics. When are people flying in? The meals, what are their dietary needs? Do we have all the materials in place? Just the checklist stuff. They help with all that. And then whatever happens to come up that is, I guess, administrative that I can hand off to them, they pick up.
That's great. Okay, I'm gonna throw a little curveball. I'm gonna change this next question a little bit.
Yeah, go for it.
No pressure. We can edit. How would you describe in maybe like 10 words or less-ish, what has changed for Value Add Group and or for you personally since implementing Kaya?
Since using Kaya, what has changed? Well, number one is my confidence and optimism for our organizational growth.
Hmm. Oh,
I
that's
mean,
good.
that's probably the biggest and most important. I've been able to multiply my efforts through them.
Hmm.
So I'm on LinkedIn, I'm connecting with people, but with them, I'm able to more rapidly take the next step to an engagement and a relationship. So that extra step, the burden of the time constraint is no longer mine. It's Kaya that fills that. And it And so I'm that much more active on LinkedIn, hitting, connect. Oh, I want to connect with this person, I want to connect with this person because I know that there's going to be follow-up that happens that's not dependent on my busy schedule.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that in and of itself has been a huge value.
That's huge. Thank you. Thank you. And finally, Jake, thank you so much for your time. Who should get in touch with you, and what's the best way to reach you?
Oh, for me, I mean, the people I want to work with are those healthcare professionals, but specifically those that are developing healthcare products. They are the ones that I want to be working with because that's my area of expertise, that product development, whether it's a molecule or a device or whatever it happens to be,
Mhm.
that product drug development process is where I understand the leadership demands and where AI can help the organization and leaders, the teams work more effectively.
Awesome. Awesome.
Where, and you say, where can they find me? Valueaddgroup.com.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. I guess it's easy to find people these days. That's
Hmm.
great. Well, Jake, thank you so much for your time. And I really appreciate it. And hey, anytime, anything you need, you can feel free to reach out to me too. Just reach out to me directly. And I'm so grateful. And by being a client, which you're now called a pioneer, by the way, you're you're helping people. You're really helping people. And I saw that firsthand when I was in the Philippines, just how much the work means to them
Yeah,
and how they're able to be there for their families. And I mean, it's just it's a prestigious role in the Philippines to work as a virtual assistant. And just seeing firsthand, it's so good. So really
that's
appreciate.
beautiful. It's something I value as well. You don't think about it initially when you hire. You don't think about the contribution that that makes to their lives to be
Yeah,
hired. You just see the contribution they're making to your work and to what you're trying to do.
yeah,
But thank you for sharing that. That's exciting and satisfying to know that that impact is happening in a reciprocal way.
yeah. I learned it along the way too. I mean, they've said to me, like, Diane, you don't understand. Like, most of us have one parent who is an overseas Filipino worker because work like this, like
Mm.
opportunities like this didn't exist. And
Right.
if they live in Manila, they're typically commuting 2 or 3 hours each way to work. And there's no public transportation
Whoa.
that's like effective at all. So it's yeah, so it really is meaningful.
Hmm. That's pretty cool. So I went down to Costa Rica right in the middle of the quarantining of the
Mhm.
pandemic.
Uh-huh.
And it's a very tourist-based economy. And they were just, I mean, they were in tough shape, because obviously no tourists were coming. And I was like,
Mhm.
there's got to be a way that we could do a virtual work so that it's independent of tourist season.
Mhm.
And I remember I tried to get something going around life coaching because in
Mhm.
Costa Rica, you've got this pura vida concept. And they're just happy. They're one of the happiest countries according to the UN happiness index. And so it's like, why can't we export this happiness or this way of living
Oh,
and do
yeah.
it, online? And so I tried to build something, but it didn't ended up not working. But it was the same idea of
Mm.
I would call it economic seasonal defensive business. So it's
Yeah.
defensive against those seasonal or economic upturns, downturns. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
That's great that you've been able to build that in the Philippines.
And for me, it's always about when I find the right people. And Juana
Mm,
is just, I know you know Juana, right?
I
Like,
do. Yeah, I was
I mean,
impressed by her.
she is so good. So it's like
Yeah.
that's how I was able, like Juana and I worked. I mean, she was my VA in 2020.
Oh, really?
So good. And it's like for me, it's like when I find the people, then like what do we do from here? And I
Yeah.
mean, she is unbelievable. She's so
Yeah,
good.
she's really good. She definitely sold me in the beginning. Like it was her. I was like, when I made the phone call, she picked up, right? We're the ones that had me. And I was like, wow, if I can get Juana type talent supporting me at
Yeah.
this price, Yeah, I do that all day.
Yeah. Good, good. Yeah. Amazing. Well, Jake, thank you so much. And don't hesitate to get in touch anything you need.
Back
Okay.
at you, Diane. Thanks so much.
Okay. All right, Jake.
See
Bye-bye.
ya. Bye.
Bye.